immediately after I got this car, I noticed that at highway speed, unfortunately I didn't have a chance during the test drive to get it up to interstate speeds, but at about 65, 70 mile an hour, I was getting a little bit of a shimmy that I could feel in the seat of my pants and in the steering wheel a bit. It was sort of a rhythmic vibration too. Of course, I had worst case scenario in my mind. I thought it was a torque tube situation. It very well still could be. But then I convinced myself that it was probably most likely an unbalanced rear wheel. And looking at the condition of these wheels that the previous owner put on this car, as well as the weights and things that are in there, it's very possible that that's the problem. And because it's more speed related and not necessarily RPM rate related, it puts my attention more on something external. And then the other day I had the car in the air and I did the old wheel jiggle test. I think we got a bad wheel bearing, and I'm hoping that that's more of the issue than anything. Look at this. It shouldn't do that. So you know it's not just the rotor. Had to shave down an Allen wrench because this bolt or this end is so stripped out. Ugh, I didn't think I was going to get it. Finally did. I could technically get this off and access the bolts that I need to access on the back of this now, and remove this hub and bearing assembly. However, look at how bad this tie rod end is. This is completely shot. So I just lubed this up here. I have new tie rods coming this evening. I'm just trying to get ahead of the game, so I'll just probably take this off. This will allow me to even rotate a little bit more, I think, and I'll take this hub off, and then this will be ready to swap out once they get in. Number 6 Allen key. This one's a lot looser. Keep it secure so I can loosen this jam nut here. All right, this janky setup, but it works. I gotta get this, there we go. About right there. And these 3 guys, 1, 2, and then 3 behind this is a T55. Oh my jeez, sorry. I think I can get it. Big guns. There we go. Huh. Looks like somebody just did like a half-ass paint job, tried to just spray the top part black, which I would probably paint the whole thing black myself, but for now it's just cleaned up. I'm not doing all this manually tonight, no way. Now we just wait for the new hub to get in along with the tie rod end, and I'll button this back up. If you're taking on this project, it's very likely that you'll need a ball joint removal tool or kit. Fortunately, I didn't even have to use mine today because it just popped up. Probably had something to do with me pounding in that Allen key. But these are very handy. I'll put a link in the description below. It's like 35 bucks. It's well worth it if you do any of this type of work. Now, replace the tie rod in. I did order Moog. I've heard over the last few years that the quality of Moog products is not what it used to be, but I didn't see anything that was better. Our jam nut has remained in the same place, so should be relatively close. You know, getting that messed up definitely mess up your alignment. This should not happen. New one, rarely move it with your fingers. You get a castle nut and a cotter pin with the Moog tie rod end, so use those. They also give you a Zerk fitting for these, so you need to grease them. Nice and full of grease now. Okay, give it a final once over. Make sure everything's back in place properly and secured tightly, and everything that could get caught on things are up and out of the way. Should be good. Okay, got the wheel bearing all situated, got the new tie rod end installed, and I'm taking the car out onto the interstate right now. If we get to 65, 70 mile an hour and we don't have a shimmy anymore, I think we can say we solved our problem. Fingers crossed. Unfortunately, the new wheel bearing and hub did not resolve the shimmying issue that I'm having at highway speeds. However, it most definitely corresponds with speed and not RPM. So, you know, at the highway speeds in 6th gear, the shaft inside the torque tube is spinning much slower than it even is right now, and I don't have any shimmy right now at this speed. So it's, again, leading me to believe that it is wheels being out of balance, which, like I said, very, very possible. Now my steering wheel is pointing a little bit to the left, so I do got to get an alignment, and that might help clear up some of the feeling, you know, while driving down at interstate speeds as well. You know, after changing the tie rods, the steering wheel's a little bit off, so I'm going to make a little bit of an adjustment in the garage right now. Maybe that'll help out, but alignment's always good. Well, the saga continues. At least we got a couple of tasks checked off the list this weekend. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I try to get to every single one of them as quickly as I possibly can. I appreciate you watching this video. There's a lot more coming for the C5 Corvette, actually. It's headed to the shop tomorrow for a little cam install. So hope you guys will stick around, subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate you watching this one. See you in the next one.